Hello everyone, this is Jeff Kolpack from the Forum newspaper in Fargo, and this is our director's version of a DVD video here with Mark Knutson and Mike Almquist for the Fargo Marathon. Hello guys.
Hello, how are you?
Just got off the start, and always a great time at the start. That's one of the more exciting things in sports if you haven't been a part of it.
Oh yeah, and it's just, it's wall-to-wall runners here. We just passed mile 1, and people are just
so excited right now.
Yeah.
And Mike, you can attest to this as you're going down Oak Street. This is where you really want to get a rhythm going and try to get some early pace going to your run.
Yeah, this is where you might tell how your day is going to go a little bit.
Yeah.
How your legs feel, how your mind feels, and kind of get an idea.
This is the early part of the race.
Long journey.
As we head downtown, and downtowns are really cool on marathons. They seem to go hand in hand, don't they, Mike?
Yeah, we have the Fargo Theater we're going to go by. That's a trademark of Broadway in Fargo, and we get into going into Moorhead here over the First Avenue North Bridge.
And every time I see some of these images, I think of Paul Johnson and his posters that he designs, and I'm thinking, okay, what is he thinking about this year as he goes through the route?
Yeah, that's a good point. And Paul, having lived in Fargo for a number of years, ran a lot of these streets, and so it's near and dear to him as well.
Going down Elm Street South and Moorhead on toward Concordia College, and this is my favorite places to train in Fargo. Moorhead, it just flows. It's nice, gentle turns, as you can see.
Yeah, and it's a nice little secret for like you said, local people running through there. And,
coming up on Concordia College, the campus is great for this marathon. I think it gives it a little educational, traditional twist to it.
Yeah, and they're big supporters of the race, as you know. They come out in full force.
A little snippet of downtown Moorhead.
Of course, you got to have the Main Avenue Bridge, and that's just a landmark.
That's where you started this thing, isn't it?
That's right.
6 years ago, when you thought maybe 1,000 people would be big for everything. Now we're pushing 22,000 after 6 years. Back into Fargo now, 4th Street. There's a hill.
That's a down one.
Yeah, it's a down one, yeah. Well, let's talk about the lack or hills or lack thereof. It's a flat course for people out of town, and it bodes well for the speed.
Yeah, there's no doubt. We've had a few turns in here, but really, designed for speed. Not a lot of hills, and wind has always been a factor for Fargo, but the way we've designed the course is, you're never going to be straight into a headwind for a long period of time. If we turn left, we turn right, you're gonna be okay, I think. And a lot of residential, so the wind is blocked by the trees and the houses.
And we went over I-90 or under I-94 there, so the course is very strategically designed to go under interstate highways and under railroad tracks, which, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, it's hard for us to take our chances with the railroad. Too many races have done that, and many of those races aren't around anymore. So.
It's the Fargo Country Club, and a little interesting loop there, isn't it?
Yeah, what used to be full of homes right now, or back then, is now is a lot of empty space, homes being bought out, but just beautiful running.
Back onto South University Drive and heading south here. Mile what, Mike?
Mile 11 right here.
11 here, so it's still usually a good pack of marathon runners at this point. You're not going to see much separation.
No, and the nice thing this year, with 3,000 marathoners, it's going to be consistent throughout, I think.
Pick up a sandbag and run. No, just kidding. They will be gone, people, as we just finished a flood fight a couple of weeks ago. You could put signs along the route, aren't you, eventually here, that this is a Fargo Marathon route, and once you solidify it?
Yeah, once we solidify a course, we'll have kind of permanent mile markers, if you will. We're hoping to get that done after this year's race. So.
In return, race day will be marked with a directional arrow sign as well on the ground, and volunteers out there, so you shouldn't miss a turn on this course. There's the sandbags again. Mountains of them.
Thankfully, the flood was turned back. Once again, Harwood Drive, one of the nicer areas in town.
Here's mile 15.
Mile 15, now you're starting to get a little separation, I think. You're going to see, I know in the past in covering this, the pack had dwindled to 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah, this is usually when Jeff makes that call back to the finish line and says, we've got 2 people in the lead, or one guy's pulling ahead, or...
Maybe blogging about here?
Oh yeah. 9th Street South, I love this area of town. Again, right by the country club. Now we're going to head back north, 5th Street South.
Back under I-94.
That 5th Street's nice too. They just replaced that. It's a great road right now. Nice.
Lindenwood Park to your right.
Nice and clean.
Heading on toward 7th Street and eventually into 8th Street, which will be, and always has been, one of my favorite parts of the courses. One of the party spots, if you will, of the courses.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You're talking, 5, 6, 7 bands that are going to be lined up along 8th Street and 9th Street, and if you're not running, you're all watching, spectating. This is the place to do it.
As a member of the working press, I look at the people having fun on the sidelines, and sometimes I wish I had another job at that point. Beautiful area of town, older homes, just stately homes, and
the street lamps there.
Funny to see how these trees just create a tunnel effect. By May 21st, they're full of leaves, and it's beautiful.
Mile coming up, Mike, on
19, soon to be 20 at Nativity Church is mile 20, the wall.
I break down the marathon into 2 parts. The first 20 and the last 6.2.
That's a good way to look. Here's mile 20 we just passed right in the corner. But yeah, that's a good way to look at it, 2 races.
I had a great time in my first 20, and the last 6.2 was like a job.
Yeah.
But it really helps when you have all these people along the route. One of the friendliest marathons in the country.
That's right.
And you guys have been all over, and you know that. Why is that?
Just the good people in this community. Honestly, they make it. That first year we talked about 2005, how cold it was and snowing. It didn't stop people from coming out though, and we expect it every year.
Back under the railroad bridge, which is redone too. That road was rough for a while.
Better now, yeah.
Back downtown. Do not stop for a cocktail.
It'll affect your finish time.
It could affect your finish.
A warning, it could affect your finish time.
Should be a couple of good bands along Broadway this year, and that'll keep people going through some of those tough stretch miles down the last 10K.
There's a swollen river to your right.
There's a truck getting dirt out of the way for the marathon. This is where Eric Sondag, I think, pulled away. Right about in this area in 2008, Grand Forks running. Great performances over the years.
Yeah, there have been some pretty fun ones to watch.
An upset, usually.
We got a little different stretch here. This is uncharted territory, the last couple miles for the marathoners going around Elzego Golf
By
Course.
the decorative flood wall to greet all runners. Do not hit the wall at that point. Get in that wall there.
Mile 24, too late to hit the wall.
This is where the marathoners really bear down the final stretch.
1 mile here to go, and we're home free.
This is where Coach GP at the finish line is getting everybody revved up, saying they're in sight of the Fargo Dome, and voila, there it is.
Go fast and flat. Here we go.
Fargo's jewel.
Dome, yeah.
And heading out of the dome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.